tell me just a little bit about how you first came to art, because that we knew each other socially, and uh, the first time that I was really kind of interested
Yep.
was when you talked to me about why you liked art and
Yep.
what you thought artists did and how it related to what you've done.
Yep. So I think it's really three things. The first and probably the most importantly is when I got out of high school, I went to Europe. I didn't go to college. I didn't get a job in America. I went to Europe to race bikes. And so I had this crash course on culture and architecture, art, food, language, people. And so I was just observing this, and I was a white trash kid from Plano, Texas, who, to me, art growing up was Motley Crue posters on the wall. By the way, great documentary on Netflix, but about Motley Crue.
Yes.
And so it started there. That was kind of the first phase, and then the second really was when I built my first home. And I hired an interior designer, and obviously they pick out couches and chairs and dining tables and bedside tables and paint colors, all of these things that they pick out. And then a lot of them will say, we'll pick out some art for the walls. And at that moment, it just struck me like, wait a minute, like it feels like the walls ought to be mine. Like I don't want to pick out. I want to be involved in picking out all of those other things. But it feels like the walls need to not just be something that a designer, as good as they are, just goes and buys at some random place that, that doesn't have a story. And somebody walks in and is like, oh my God, I love that piece. And you're like, yeah, my designer found it somewhere and that didn't feel right. So like, give me the walls. And so I just started to buy art. And then the third and final thing is the guy who owned our team at the time was a major, it was a financier from San Francisco, major collector. And we would always have team events at his house or houses. And he just had incredible art. And so, I was like, holy cow. And just to see, big, famous, expensive, beautiful art, I was like, okay, I get it. In my own simple way, right? And so that was really the 3-step process to getting into art.